even for commercial projects. Blah, blah, blah. Woohoo! We're live. I'm setting things up. Setting things up. Where are we at? Live stream. Nope. Gotta get rid of this. Going a little bit early. We're about 2 minutes early, so I'm sorting a couple of things out and then we'll start the show. Events. There we go. Excellent, Mr. Smithers. All right, I gotta handle one little detail and I'll be right back. You won't curse. Ah, yes. All right. Welcome everybody to Bot 10 Art. My name is Lazaro Gomez, and you are tuned in to the Friday night live stream. Friday night live stream. I had to get a couple of things sorted out. So usually before the show, I'm writing down all my notes and things that I gotta talk about or that are interesting to talk about, and hooking up friends and stuff like that. So I have all my show notes here, and I was doing that. But at the same time, we had a bit of a little catastrophe happen here at the house. Of course, I own 2 dogs, one of which is really, really old, and you know, he doesn't always do good things. So he had a bit of an accident right when we're going live, and so I am helping my wife to kind of get them all cleaned up and stuff. So, so all that happened right when we were going live. Never a dull moment. Anyways, I don't want to start the show off with poop, but but I am glad that you guys are here. We're gonna do what we always do on a Friday night. I am truly, truly, truly excited. This was an awesome week for me. It's leading into a really cool weekend. I got a lot of projects that I'm getting to, and just everything is kind of falling into place nicely. So I'm happy about that. Of course, all the kiddos are very sad. Summer has come to an end. They're starting to go back to school, and today was both my daughter's open house. So they got to meet their teachers. I was helping my youngest daughter Sophia with some little crafty earrings that she wanted to give her teacher, and so we were doing that last night. And then of course she gave them to her today, and she's really excited, and of course my other daughter is excited as well. So things are starting to kind of make that change from summer to the fall season, which I know is a lot of people's favorite time of the year. It is my favorite time of the year as well, because It just goes from Thanksgiving to Halloween to Christmas and the New Year, of course. So I'm really excited about that. There's going to be a lot of arts and crafts videos that I'll be doing, or live streams that I'll be doing, that will cover um, that will cover just Christmas ornaments and Halloween decorations and things like that. And so definitely tune in for that. Uh, good news, really good news. We are close to our goal. I want to be the very first to welcome our new subscribers. The channel is up to 81 subscribers at the moment, and I'm really excited about that. I am so happy that you are here. I hope you stay a long time. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to my channel. If you're an artist, if you're a musician, or you're a crafter or a DIY type person, make sure to let me know that. That way I can kind of do a little shout out whenever I do the live stream. Like we always do. Sorry, I got music in the background. I got music in the background. But like we always do, all the likes and the shares and the support that you guys give me is always truly appreciated, because that just means that our community grows bigger and bigger, and we have a lot more to offer when it comes to the live stream. So I teased a little bit earlier today about on actually I teased on Instagram. Hey, what's up? Oh, you're not watching. Okay, so we'll make sure that that we don't let anybody know what you're doing while you're at work, young man. Don't get in trouble. Of course, you can always watch this later on, but I am glad you're here, and thank you very much, Trace, for the support. But yeah, as I teased in the Instagram page of Bot10 Art, yeah, I got a DIY pop, and I really doubt that this came from Funko this way, but I did buy this particular DIY pop from someone on eBay, and I noticed that it looked kind of weird in the box, and I talked about that in a previous live stream, to where, what to do with these, what to do with pops that are broken or just damaged in some way. I mean, can they be saved? Can you just return them to the person that you bought it from, or the store that you got it from? So that's kind of the idea behind tonight's live stream, is to show you what to do when you get stuff like this. So I did buy a pop, which in fact does have damage in the head. So basically the neck support was inside of the head of this particular pop, and I thought it was kind of weird. I'm like, I don't know, maybe it got pushed in or something happened, but I have the distinct impression that somebody bought this to do some kind of customization. It didn't turn out the way they wanted it, and they kind of put it up on eBay, and I bought it, and and that's okay. That's all right. It's not a bash on the person that I bought it from on YouTube, or on YouTube. We are on YouTube. That I bought it from on eBay, but I could see where someone who's not really seasoned with making custom pops and stuff like that would be upset or disappointed once they opened this up and started working with it. So what I did is I took the liberty of pulling this particular pop apart, and tonight what I'll do is, when we flip the camera over, I'll show you how to take all these pops apart. But here's the main body that the DIY figure comes in. This is the male figure. Everybody has seen that, and that goes attached to the neck part of the pop, and that goes attached, of course, to the head of the pop. So yeah, you could just pull it apart. So as I'm doing my customs, I look at all the pieces, and I could see where some of the paint has dripped, and you have some kind of scratches, and you have marks and stuff like that on the bodies. So they don't always come perfect, and that's the whole point of tonight's live stream. I want to kind of show you that it's not, it's not the end of the world type deal. As a matter of fact, what I did is I pulled this one apart, and I'm in the process of molding certain pieces so that I could reuse them over and over again. And also, if I got a bad pop or a broken pop or something like that, I could always whoop, just revert back to one that I've already made. So this weekend I will be making a mold of this particular piece right here, and I'll just have copies lying around. So the first thing that I did was I noticed that there was some paint drips on this particular figure, so I went ahead and sanded it all down using 220, sanded it all down, and then I used 1,000 to kind of smooth things out. I gave it a clear coat of white primer, which I have up there, and this particular little guy is ready to be molded. So I'm going to be making a mold of that. I took the neck piece off and I cleaned it up, kind of sanded it, took certain little bits and pieces off because it does have an adhesive that is attached to the head. So I went ahead and made a mold. So I got this piece right here. I made a mold of it, and now I can make tons and tons of these whenever I need them. So the goal is to make bodies, both male and female. Also make these little bits and pieces, and I'll see if I have them available. Like, I'll put them up on my store in case any of you guys need these kinds of pieces and stuff like that. They'll be available for you to get. And of course I won't be a jerk about it. I'm not gonna charge like $30 or some crap like that. They'll be really cheap. I'll probably make like a bag of 10, I don't know, 10, 20 of these. Who knows? But they're more for my customization of pops. The only thing that I cannot do at the moment is recreate the head. And the reason why I cannot recreate the head is because this is created with a form of artistry known as rotocasting. So for those who are not familiar with rotocasting, what that means is there's a mold that's created. It's a hollow mold of this particular piece or whatever it is they're trying to make a rotocast mold of or casting of. Then they pour in liquid resin and rotate it all around. That's the rotocasting. So they spin it, spin it, spin it till all of the resin is covered on the mold. Then they quickly cool it down and they pull out whatever it is they're trying to mold. So in this particular case, it is the pop figure, the pop head. So yeah. So at this moment in time, I am not able to do rotocasting. If I was to make a mold of this and then make copies, they would be solid. They would be solid, and you could get away with it, but at the same time, I'm afraid that it'll make the figure top heavy, and it won't always stand because it's going to constantly be, falling forward with this giant block of plastic. So maybe in the future, I will create some kind of rig to do rotocasting, but for now, I'm stuck with buying extra heads from people online, which I have seen already. But at least I'll have the bodies. So tonight, to fix this, we are going to be using CA glue. And CA glue is basically cyanoacrylate, and most commonly known as either crazy glue or super glue. So I use Gorilla Super Glue. It has a curing time or a drying time of 10 seconds. So hopefully tonight I don't glue my hand to this particular pop right here. So yeah, we'll be working with that tonight. And before I flip over the camera, I am going to show you how I pull these apart. And I have quite a few pops that I'm currently working on. But yeah, so here is the female figure, and we're gonna go ahead and pull this apart. I'm gonna show you that real quick, but first I have to boil up some water. And once we have the boiling water, I'll show you how easily they come apart. So yes, Chat's open. What is up, everybody? All the usual suspects are here, I would imagine. My buddies Trace and Leanne are doing custom pops, so make sure you check them out. I'm kind of putting these boxes out of the way. I have a lot of pops that are commissions that are just waiting to be done. But yeah, so just hang tight. I am going to go boil some water real quick, and I'll show you how that gets done. So entertain yourselves. Through the magic of television, we have to wait 2 minutes. So I went ahead and put a cup of water inside the microwave. I'm letting it boil for about 2 minutes. That's really all you need to get this apart. Now I noticed in other times that I've done this, or previous times that I've done this, the hardest part is the glue that holds that neck part, because for some reason they use some kind of crazy adhesive that is very hard to take off. But at the very least, we should be able to get this figure and pull it apart. So I will show you how that process works. But in the meantime, going back to fixing these little figures, I don't know if you're a customizer or anything like that, how often you clean these up, or if you just model clay on top of it. I know a lot of people just get them out of the box and they're ready to go. I like to take the head apart and with the neck piece and kind of cover up that seal a little bit with clay, toss it in the oven, and then bake it. As a matter of fact, I have one that I am currently working on right now, which I did that too. So that pop is there waiting. That's all you get to see. It's a private commission. My client will probably be upset about that. I doubt it. He's really cool. He's really cool. So what I tend to do is I use this this particular little, I guess, tweezer or pincer, and I kind of go in there and start taking it apart little by little. But I believe I hear my microwave beeping, so that might be ready to go, and we'll get right to it. I'll be right back. Right, hot boiling water. All right, cool. So I am going to flip some of these lights down, and then we're going to flip the camera, and I will show you how that process is done. There we go. Ah, we're angled a little bit. There we have it. Oh, it's like vertigo. All right. Yeah, you pop the head right off and then jump into the work from there. Yep. A lot of people do, but a lot of people also just go with it and they don't, which I thought was kind of interesting as well. But this is what I do whenever I need, and I don't do it to all of them, but whenever I need to make some kind of repair, which is what this live stream is about tonight, I go through that process. So as you can see with this particular pop, I had to take it apart because that's just completely damaged right there. It's like it got ripped. And that's what we'll be fixing tonight. But first, I want to show you how this gets done. And the figure's starting to get soft. I might have to boil up the water a little bit more just to get it hotter. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, thanks for the likes. Woohoo! Thank you very much, man. It's so crazy how much that helps. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, so alright, so right there you can see that it's malleable, it's soft, and it starts coming apart. The glue starts coming apart. And that's exactly what you want. I have an X-Acto that I use right here. And very carefully you start pulling it apart. If we have young ones, I suggest that you grab your parents and tell them, hey, I want to pull this thing apart, help me out. This is something you definitely don't want to do unattended. For all our young viewers, alright, I'm going to dip this in some more. It'll probably soak up. It'll probably soak up with water now. But I found that this is the best way to do it, because you don't want to stick these in the oven for a long time. If you're trying to pull it apart, you don't want to stick a pop figure in the microwave, because that would be bad as well. And you don't want to stick these in a boiling pot of water. So usually what I do, just like the other toys, I've done this before with the Batman and a few other toys that I worked on. Just heat up some water, and that starts loosening everything up. Hi, this ad's from the future. So yeah, this is the part that I was talking about. The neck always gives you a little bit of resistance, but with patience, you just start taking the adhesive off very carefully, not to damage the pop. And it becomes like super soft. Super, super soft. Which is hilarious. They start like drooping to the side. Alright. And 2 minutes is not incredibly hot. I might put it back in just to I might put it back in the microwave just to heat up the water some more. We'll see. Patience. This live stream sucks. We're just watching a boiling pop. Alright, so it's starting to come up in the front. Depending on how easy or hard it becomes to take the head off of the pop, I may just put it back in the microwave. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to heat up the water some more, and I'll be right back. Your new do. All right, hang on, everybody.
I'm super short, and
Here we go.
Hi.
She's super short, but she wants to say hi. So I put the cup back in the microwave. So while we wait for that, Sophia wanted to come into the live stream and say hi.
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 I got a new haircut.
Ooh. Oh my gosh! Look at that.
Last time you saw me, my hair was like down here, and now it's like Up here.
So you cut your hair ready for school?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
We start on Monday.
Oh my gosh, you start school on Monday. Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Oh, don't be nervous.
I'm not very nervous because I have my teacher from last year. She moved up a grade.
Don't be nervous. It'll be great, right? We get through it together.
I have all my best friends in my class.
Oh, that's good.
There's only two new kids.
Yeah? Only 2 new kids?
So I basically know every single kid in my class. And I don't think there was any new kids this year.
Oh, wow. So you're in good hands, right? You're in good shape?
I have my teacher from last year, which is very good. And I'm very excited.
Yeah?
I made her a gift with Papa.
I know. That's what I said on the live stream earlier.
Little earrings. Little dangly red heart earrings.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, so let's carry on. Let's see if our boiling water is done.
Okay. At the end, I'm going to show you some beautiful fashion designs that I created.
Woo! Fashion designs. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to flip the camera over, and I am going to...
Adios!
Adios!
Adios until later.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Sophie.
Bye. You're welcome. I'm always available.
You're always available? All right. Oh, sorry, I zoomed in too much. All right, I'm going to go get the water.
Hi.
Boiling hot water, watch out, watch out. Oh, all right. Woohoo! All right, now it is really, really hot. There we go. It'll probably get all like super soft and gummy.
And then you can take off the head and work on it.
Yes! We're going to decapitate this pop. That sounds so horrible. It's like a horror movie.
It really just looks like this.
It's like a horror movie when you say it like that. We're going to decapitate some pops for your personal entertainment and family value.
It's like, alright now, this is a family TV show. Children can watch this. Let me just decapitate this pop figurine as if it's a real person.
Oh my god.
And normally take it off.
Ooh.
How squishy is the head?
It's very, 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 very squishy and very, very hot. Ah. Alright, here we go. Don't try this at home, kids.
But I am a kid and I'm watching you do it right now.
But Dad, you're giving me bad advice.
No, but Dad, you're giving me bad influence.
Yeah, of course. I'm the worst. I'm the worst influence for you right now.
Yeah, of course I'm the worst influence. Oh my god.
After the live stream, we're going to play with dynamite.
Oh, really?
No.
That sounds fun.
Alright, so... no, we're not going to play with dynamite. Weirdo. Okay, so there you have it. The head is like really, really squishy, of course. We have to let this cool down.
It's still super hot?
Yeah, it's still super hot. This is also very malleable. I'm going to put it back in just to let that soften up a little bit more. And we'll be able to take that neck piece out. This piece right here. So. Bum, bum, bum. That is really, really hot, 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 hot water. Hot water! Hey, thanks for the like. Oh, let's see. We normally pop off the head, okay. But we're still learning and experimenting with different stuff. Ah, cool. I'm curious to know what kind of materials are you using for these pops and stuff. Uh-oh. Menchie Mems. Art Panda has taken to the chat. You're helping me out with the chat?
Yeah, I'm putting your answers.
Cool.
So, like, Chase was giving us questions.
Yep.
And now we're giving him questions.
Yeah, Trace was asking. All right, cool. So let's see if the neck piece will come off now.
Why do you take off the neck piece?
Hey, success! Great success! Alright, so there you have it. We took the body apart, we took the neck piece apart, and we took the head apart. So if you wanted to, now you can basically just cover this up once once the head is cooled down. And you can use Sculpey, you could use all kinds of materials that you want.
He says Sculpey and acrylic paints primarily.
Yep, that's what I use. Sculpey, acrylic paints, also spray paint. Woo! That cup is still very, very hot. Alright, so there you have it. That's the way I normally pull apart these little pops. Just like that, with boiling water, they come apart. And, if you wanted to make certain changes to the body, you do have some flexibility to it. I know a lot of the times, some of the figures will have the hand too close. So you could kind of boil it and have some way of spacing it out, so that you have more work room and stuff like that as it's cooling down. You could also get a bowl of ice and then really cool these things down so they harden really fast. So there is that. And now we're going to get to a little bit of ER work on this one here. So hopefully I stay in frame. And I don't glue my hands to the pop, but basically this is what we're going to be using. Gorilla Glue, any kind of CA glue can work. It's known as Crazy Glue or Super Glue or whatnot, but this is Gorilla Glue's version of Super Glue or CA glue. It works on wood, it works on plastic, on metal, and all kinds of stuff. So just for this basic repair, we don't need a whole lot. But the first thing I want to do is kind of clean up the area that's still good, but does have adhesive. And that's kind of the way I do it. I just rub it all out, so when I put the neck piece back on, it won't be affected in a bad way. So my plan is to kind of do this little number right here as I apply the glue. So let's go ahead and do that. And hopefully I am still in frame. If I'm not in frame, please let me know. That way I can make the adjustment. Now I want to just kind of spread the adhesive a little bit, so that the neck piece can fall in place.
I think I know what the sealer is called.
Let's see if my young apprentice knows, because I know the answer. Let's see. Write it in the chat.
Well, actually,
I have a bottle of it up here, so don't cheat.
Doll customizers use it, I think.
Doll customizers?
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Let's see. Nope.
It's not Mr. Super Clear?
Well, okay, so Mr. Super Clear can be used, but I think, Trace, what you're describing, and I may be wrong, but are you talking about Plasti Dip? Look at that. Beautiful.
Is that how you spell it?
What's that?
Plastidip.
Plastidip.
Is that how you spell it?
Yep, that's exactly how you spell it.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my god. So, you've seen people use Mr. Super Clear?
Yeah, there's this channel that I really like to watch. She customizes dolls. I don't know if I'm allowed to say her name because I might
that's
be copyrighted.
Fine.
But
You'll be okay.
there's this really cool doll customizer. Her name is Delightful.
Oh yeah, I know that. I've seen that channel.
She uses Mr. Super Clear a lot.
To do what? To like seal the figures?
Like to seal the pastel on the body or like the paint on the face.
Oh wow.
The face.
Oh, okay. So you mean like a sealer?
Yeah, it's a sealant.
Okay. Yeah, but
he says no, it's not. Or he says it's not.
Not Plastidip? Oh, I got it wrong? Oh, man. Oh, man. I thought I had it right.
And then I can go.
You may be right. Alright, so this little piece right here is a little...
And now I can go. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
He says, I got it at Walmart, and it's usually used for paintings on canvas and stuff, but it works on pops, too.
Yeah. I'm familiar with it.
Oh, I think I know.
What? He just said it. Didn't he?
No.
Like
he just said it's not it.
Oh. It's not Plastidip. Because I use Plastidip, but for props and cosplay
I'm guessing
pieces.
it's Mod Podge.
Mod Podge? Could be.
It's usually used on paintings and occasionally on pops.
That is true. Are you using Mod Podge? Mod Podge is amazing. I always have Mod Podge with me. Like, no matter what.
You're running low, you gotta
Bam!
some more.
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge. Okay, so that piece has been glued together, and now I am going to go ahead and put the neck piece in since that's still wet. Mod Podge. Yeah, if you're using Mod Podge, that's good stuff. Okay, so make notice to basically that little notch that's in the front matches that little peg right there, so you want to keep that together, and you can tell where it's at because it has a tiny little hole.
We guessed wrong again. He said no, it's not that either.
Oh, we're wrong again.
And now I can actually type this in. Oh man.
Oh man, we lose like 12 points right there.
Wait, hold on.
All right, sweet. So that right there is like 1,000 times better than what the pop.
-12.
All right, we'll find it. We'll find it eventually.
He says I want to look it up, but I don't want to leave the chat.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't leave the chat. Don't leave the chat. We'll find it. If not, just leave a comment later on in the video. But yeah. So just like that, this is 1,000 times better because this whole piece, or this whole neck piece, was actually inside of the figure, angled. So if you look at it in this angle like this, the head was actually like that. So then now, of course, that we've made that correction, the CA glue will completely dry up, and then I can start using original Scoopy to cover up that seam line, bake it, and this is ready to go 100%. And if you're curious, this is the pop that I will be using to make that pop video I promised. If we hit the 100 subscribers, I will make a custom pop that I'm going to give another YouTuber as a gift. And this is the one. We're actually repairing it. It's so cool.
So it's a female YouTuber.
Nope.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell you.
No, I'm just asking. Is it a female YouTuber?
It is not a female YouTuber, and I don't want to say what it is until we are ready to make that video. So, just like that, this is ready to go. Ready to go.
I think I know.
Oh, you think you know, but I'm not going to tell you. Alright, so another thing that we can do while this is drying for the remainder of the live stream is, I don't know if you can tell, but right here there's what we call a drip, right? So when this was being painted, or because this is like a clear, or not clear, but it's just like resin, like white resin, very similar to the stuff that I make. So this is a resin copy of one of my cup holders, Skyrim cup holders. And so you can see that it's a white resin, but it's not painted like the actual pop. So this is often spray painted when the figure is assembled. And what happens is that you get these weird drips right here. And if you're customizing, then that would be very bad, because of course when you paint this particular pop, you're going to see that. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to use my 220 and I'm going to sand that down and basically correct that. So those are the kinds of things that I look for. And you know, you see it a lot in the bodies, in the front, or sometimes like in the back area. You'll see where there's like drips and stuff like that you have to sand out and just kind of correct a little bit. I don't worry too much about the neck area, because of course this goes here and it gets covered up, so you don't really see it. But in the faces, in the heads and stuff like that, you do see it. I had to do some correcting to this one. Right around the chin area of the pop, there were some drips, which I had to sand down and, you know, basically prime all over again. So we're gonna go ahead and do that here. Let it focus. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and do that here in that little drip right there. So I'm gonna use the 220. We're gonna sand it down. I'm gonna polish it up. Then I'm gonna use my clear white primer, and it should be ready to go.
So Dad, does that other work in progress pop that you're working on?
Yeah.
Does it have anything to do with those two?
With what two?
That's what you're working on right now?
Well, the female one, yeah, it's a commission.
Oh, so it's the
But
guy.
this one is not.
That's for the YouTuber?
This one is a private commission, and then this one that we're working on right now is for another YouTuber. Okay, so I have the 220 right here, and I very lightly start sanding that area down.
Just all you hear is little music, and then
This is the Zen part of the process.
and then it's like
you're gonna start getting down to the plastic, and that's okay. The 220 is gonna leave. The 220 is gonna leave some striations. Actually, let me zoom out a little bit so it doesn't keep trying to focus in. But yeah, you're gonna have some striations. And that's because of the grit of the paper that I'm using. But you could smooth it out with higher paper, and then of course the primer will hide some of the crimes.
Dad,
What?
Tree said, varnish!
Varnish! That's what it is.
It's a spray paint varnish used for acrylic paintings. It seals out dirt and water to preserve the paint job. I finally remembered.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Skills. Yeah, I used to use varnish when I did a lot of acrylic and also oil paintings. It's used more on like oil paintings, I think. All right, so there it is. And I got rid of the drip. I'm down to the plastic. But you could start seeing some of the striations from the 220 sandpaper. So we're gonna smooth all that out now.
We were thinking of specific brands. That explains why we're wrong.
We're so wrong.
We were thinking of like Mr. Super Clear, trademark, Plastic Dip, trademark, and what is it? Mod Podge, trademark.
Trademark. What?
Yeah.
We're gonna get sued?
No, I'm just saying trademark to make it funny. Why is your mouse pad so dusty?
Because all of this is like going everywhere. Alright, so that's the 220 and it's like really, really smooth. I know it looks like crap right now, but it's actually really, really smooth. So I am going to take this outside.
You know what I think is cool about our channel?
I'm going to take this outside real quick and then I am going to spray paint it with my Rust-Oleum flat. Rust-Oleum flat trademark.
Don't hit me with that.
I will beat you with this can.
No.
No, I'm not.
He says, yeah, they have different kinds of varnish for different kinds of paint.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You can get it at Wally World, Michael's, Joanne Fabrics, all of those.
Wait, why can you
Snobby Lobby.
Why can you get varnish at a fabric store? Oh, too hard.
Destroy the place, why don't you?
Just yell at the top of your lungs.
Alright, I'm going to spray this real quick, and our Pander is going to entertain you.
Hi!
Tell him a really bad joke. Oh man, this is like crooked. Ah!
It's been crooked the whole live stream.
Alright, there you go. Woohoo!
I'm going to tell a really bad pun. Are you ready? Hi. Cut my hair. I look good. But, yeah. I'm gonna tell you a really bad pun. Okay? Did you hear about the circus? The circus fire? Yeah, it was intense. That was bad. But hey. That was funny, right? Right? Oh, that was stupid. Oh my god. I said, hey, did you hear about the circus fire? Yeah, it was intense. And then I fell back, I yelled, that was stupid. Probably because it was
Are you telling horrible jokes?
I only said one.
That's terrible.
Also, branches on my shirt.
Help me, man. Help me. She's over here telling horrible jokes.
I said one.
You got a joke? Alright, you got a joke? You don't have a joke? Alright, so they don't have jokes.
Wait, I have to do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead. What's the joke?
What did the ranch say to the refrigerator?
This one's old.
What?
Shut the door, I'm dressing.
Ah! Shut the door, I'm dressing.
Because you know how some people call like ranch or Italian dressings?
Yeah. Alright, so I took this outside and I primed it or sprayed it. And there you have it. I got rid of the drip and it's ready for paint. So yeah, if you have these kind of pops and they have anomalies or artifacts or little tags and plastic and stuff like that, you can repair them just like that. So what I do is I go through this whole entire process. Even before I begin to paint a custom pop. So this will be ready for me for the weekend. I'm going to go ahead and seal that up and then continue my work. But yeah, just like that. You guys ever done something like this with your pops? No? Maybe so?
What time is it?
No, what time is it? It's 8:47.
What time is it? It's awesome time.
This is awesome as my papa.
It's copyright to Vet 19.
Oh no, Vet 19's they're gonna sue us?
No.
We made an entire video about them.
Actually, yeah, we are fans of Vet 19 and we send them some cool little artwork and stuff like that.
Mail.
Through the fan mail. So it's all good, man. They're not gonna sue us, dude.
But out here telling bad jokes, disappointment to the live stream.
Oh.
See, it's right there.
Oh no. That's it. Now everybody's gonna leave because you're telling horrible jokes. Oh. It'll be fine.
And now I can go.
All right. So I think we're at a point where I have told you everything that I can tell you tonight. No.
That face.
Oh no. All right, so there you have it. That's basically it. That's how you do first aid on these little figures and stuff like that. And like I mentioned before, you kind of go through it and you clean them up and get rid of little bits and pieces that may make your pop look kind of dull or cheapy looking. You know, you want it to be as clean and mainstream as possible while you're doing all your modeling and all your painting on your custom pops. So there you have it. Just a couple of things before we wrap up and go for tonight. I had a friend of mine. Hang on, guys. Hang on just one second. I have a friend of mine named Cindy who had a commission be turned down. And it kind of sucks because I have been in that same situation where, you know, someone agreed to pay you for a commission and later on they kind of changed their mind. Not for bad reasons or anything like that. It's just they changed their mind. But at the same time, the work was done. Materials were purchased. And that happened to my friend Cindy. So I'm asking you guys if you could help her out. Look her up on Instagram. Her name is, she spells it weird, but anyways, it's Cindy, and it's SYN2THED. So Synthed on Instagram. If you look her up, she's got a couple of paintings that are really, really cool. They are Nightmare Before Christmas themed, I guess, or related. And if you want to get some new paintings, then I suggest you look her up and you PM her and talk about those paintings. Other than that, there's a lot of cool videos that I've been watching. Some new video game trailers that I'm excited about. And if you're excited about some video games that are coming out, make sure to leave me a comment on this video, and I will read it, of course, and reply, and we can kind of talk a little bit about that. Or if you need help with any kind of customization of pops, of course, leave comments and I will read them and I will reply and help you guys out as much as possible. Also, if you have any comments, if you have any projects that you want to share with me, I'll be more than happy to take a look at that, because I too like to watch videos. And if you have a YouTube channel and you're doing projects on YouTube channel, just like I am, make sure to share it with me so that way I could check it out. And lastly, make sure to check out Bites, which is my new 1-minute video series that basically gets the live stream, shrinks it down to 1 minute, and you get a super cool video. And I want to make sure that just keeps going. So if you like that sort of style, let me know.
The Last of Us 2.
The Last of Us 2.
And
yes.
I was also going to check if
That
I
is a good
spelled
one.
her name right.
Let's see. It's right here. Alright, so I am putting Cindy's name in the chat. Hopefully that'll get her some traffic to her Instagram. I'm always helping other artists and stuff like that. So
I feel like I should just duck down and be a midget. I mean, I already am, but I feel like I should be an Oompa Loompa because they're so small and I'm already so small.
Oompa Loompas. So that's all I had to say for right now. Of course, Sophia wants to show you her fashions. She's jumping at the bit.
So short.
I am going to move the camera down a little bit, and I will give her the last little bit of time so that she can show you all of those lovely, lovely creations.
All right, that's it.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
All right, Soph.
Now I'm good.
Hello. When I'm older, I had a dream of being a fashion designer with many of my other dreams. And I thought of a few fashion designs for my sister, which when I start to learn better needle skills and I don't poke my fingers as much, I would probably like start sewing t-shirts. But I started these designs. They're from like TV shows and games. So
yeah, so you have let's see, hold it up just like that.
Okay, this one is Smash Bros.
Yeah, you got Smash Bros right
and
here.
And then there's a little Jigglypuff in the corner. You can't see it too well.
Yeah.
And then this one's from a show that she watches, Steven Universe. It's a mix between. Wait, should I say it? Because it might be a spoiler.
Don't spoil it.
Okay, it's a mix between Steven and his friend. I won't say who.
Don't say who it is. And then up here,
this one's Mario and Luigi and Cappy.
Yep.
And it's a skirt.
Yep.
This one's also a crop top. And then this one's special
for
a game some of you might know, Undertale, that Mimi has been dying and chomping at the bit to play. But Mom has never bought it. You have to buy it to play. And it has... This is a little spider.
Way to throw Mom under the bus.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, my beautiful queen.
But this is it. And here's a little special patch that I'm going to make. It's a little heart, pixely heart. And then there's a spider that represents Muffet. And then there's little hearts to tell you. And then this one is Legends of Zelda. And that's it.
Cool. So you're going to be developing these into actual outfits that you guys can wear to conventions?
Yeah. So I had an idea. You know how we always go to conventions and we like to go out to places and be a part of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
If we found out about a convention that happens like in like 3 days, if Meme has these designs, she could be matching to something if she's not prepared with a costume.
Cool. So basically, if you're not cosplaying, you can get one of these outfits and put them on and then go to the convention, right? To kind of show your fan love for whatever it is that you like.
Instead of just wearing like a t-shirt or a plain design one, you could wear, like once I start making these, I might sell them on like eBay or Amazon. Kind of like what Daddy does with art.
A chip off the old block.
Kind of like what Daddy does with art. But I thought it would be a pretty good thing that I had.
Yeah, it's a cool idea, and I'm excited to see it. So as you develop it, I want to see that.
I've been trying to do needlework with cross stitching. I actually made a cross stitch. If I find it, I'll eventually show you. I had it, and then I lost it, and then I had it again, and then I lost it.
All right, cool. Well, we're getting close to the time. We are at the 58-minute mark. My girls obviously were hanging out with me tonight, having some fun.
Yeah, I love Daddy's live stream. It's the best part of the week besides Saturdays and Sundays because you don't have to go to school.
Ah, cool.
School starts on Monday, by the way.
Yep, I know.
I'm so excited.
I know. All right, so that's it. That's all we have for tonight. If you're new to the channel and you liked what you saw, make sure to hit subscribe. I thank you for all the likes and shares that you guys do for the channel. We are close. We are close to our goal, and I promise I will make a video of how I make my custom pops. So it's all up to you. It's all up to you. Make sure to check out Samitude. She has a really cool gaming channel. Don't forget to go over there, show her some love, give her some subscribers because they got really, really cool videos. And you know, I'm just gonna say that somebody over there screams like a girl. Just saying.
Probably because I am a girl.
Just saying, you know, go check it out. Anyways, links, subscribe stuff. It's all right there. I am hungry. Everybody's hungry, so we're out of here. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I want to say goodbye to all of my friends. Lots of love. And to all my friends, to all my family, to everybody watching. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Very, very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.